Hi everyone, it's Sarah from Nova Scotia. Welcome back to Colorful Creations. Thanks for joining me for another acrylic pour video. Today I'm going to do a multiple flip cup pour. I'm just going to layer a bunch of paint in cups and then flip it out on the canvas, and I'll show you that in a sec. I have my canvas elevated as usual on plastic cups. They are placed a little bit inside the edge, not right on the canvas itself. They're on the frame but just inside, and that is to allow paint to run off the edge and not glue it to the table. So I'm using 3 cups for this, just 3 plastic cups. I like to use clear cups just so that I can easily see that they're layered evenly. So I'm just layering the paint in. I'm using white and a couple blues. I like to alternate between a light color and a dark color, back and forth like that, just so that there's lots of contrast. So for this painting, I'm using titanium white, brilliant blue, cerulean blue, and a tiny speck of black. And I will put that in the description for you. So these paints are mixed with my regular recipe. They are mixed a little on the thicker side, so it's a little thicker than I would do in some of my Dutch pour paintings that you see. I'm not going to use a hairdryer to blow these around. I'm just going to tilt it, so I don't need them to be thin. I also don't want anything to overmix. Anyway, I did do a video a while back on mixing paint, and it includes my recipe. I will have that linked in the description if you want to watch that. Okay, so I'm just going to keep layering and fill these all the way to the top. It's going to be really boring to watch that, so I'm just going to speed this part up and let some music play for a second here. Alright, now that these are full, I'm going to move them out of the way, make some room. And now I'm going to just dump this upside down, just like that. And this is good to leave here for a minute. I'll just do my next two. It's okay to make a mess like that. There's nothing we can do about it. So leave them for a second and then just kind of lift them off. You can do a little swirl. You can lift them straight up, lift them to the side. Just be creative. Do whatever you want. I like to kind of let them sit on the side just to let any extra paint run down. So there's not much waste. And then just let this big puddle sit in the middle here for a second. Sometimes some cells can pop up. It'll do its thing. It's good to take a torch and go over it, and that'll help bring more cells up as well. Okay, so what I'm doing now is just adding some extra paint where the canvas is dry, and then I'm going to tilt this around, and that extra paint there will just help it flow over, because just like what I have here isn't enough to cover it, and it'll be all stretched out and too thin and won't look right, so this will just help it out. I'm just going to put the music on again, and you can watch me tilt this out. Okay, this is pretty. What do you think of this? I'll just give it a torch to get rid of the bubbles and maybe some cells will come up. And then I always like to touch up my sides. I just go around the edges, and sometimes there's like a spot missed, and I just use some paint from the table and just touch it up with my fingers. And then I just take a stick or spatula or anything like that and just run it under the edge just to get rid of some of the extra paint that's running off. And this will help keep some of those bumps from forming. And let's have a look. What do you guys think of this? I think it turned out pretty neat. I'm not really a huge fan of the black. I find black really takes over. It's not too much in this, but yeah, I guess I would have, if I did it again, I would probably not use the black. What do you guys think? Let me know. I'm always up for any suggestions or comments or ideas. If you want to throw an idea at me or something you want me to try, let me know. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.